told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
Today it's time to stop singing and start swinging.
I just need you to know that I see you and I'm proud of you. I need you to remember that you royal and we proud.
He took at least 9 that we know about. And I'm not speculating because he told this to me himself.
God has a funny way of showing you lessons.
Today it's time to stop singing and start swinging.
I just need you to know that I see you and I'm proud of you. I need you to remember that you royal and we proud.
Barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free, hit the subscribe button. Yeah, man. I want to say thank you guys for the support of 9 Wives and Checks and Balances and all the above. But I want to say first, I want to congratulate the fans, for Canelo taking a hit. I think it's important to this story. I think it's important to the evolution of boxing, and I'm really, really excited that the fans are starting to wake up and realize the truth, man. They say Canelo flopped, but that's a direct correlation to the business of boxing. That's a direct correlation to why David Benavidez's career, he looks like he's going to leave a lot on the table, a lot of potential. It looks like he won't reach his zenith. Jamal Charlo is going into 2 years. He not having to fight. Caleb Plant fight once a year. Darrell fights very sparingly. And I would love for the boxing fans to stop supporting these pay-per-views that don't deserve to be bought. Now, I understand we have alliances, but that's only one. You get what I'm saying? That's only a handful, keep on doing it. Keep on standing up, because the business of boxing should reflect the interest of who pays them, and that's the fans. And I'm really glad. When I say I'm glad that Canelo's flopping, because y'all Negroes caught private planes to Florida to watch Yeardrum fight. Yeardrum and Canelo made no sense. You understand? Although I personally wanted to see Triple G Canelo because I missed the first 2. That's fine. Oh, that's my phone. Because I missed the first 2. So, but I'm only one person, and I'm glad that y'all defeated me, because like I told you, I bought the pay-per-view. I had company over, so if I hadn't had company over, I would have streamed it. But since I had company over, it's the charger. I went on and bought the pay-per-view, and we watched USC and Fresno State and all that good stuff. So I want to say thank you. I'm here giving y'all the information, and stand up, and I think it's so important that we do this. But here's the catch. The business of boxing is going to divide us like the Republicans and Democrats. Mexicans got to stay over there, blacks got to stay over there, and Europeans got to stay over there. When in reality, all our money goes into one pot. The promoter wants you to believe that this other fighter and promoter has to succumb to make the fight. That's not true. They can make the fights. In reality, I would really love to come on and just talk boxing. Like who's better, who's not, but that'll never be the case. But that's just a utopic type of mindset, and there's no utopia on earth except in your house and in your mind. Anything outside your house that you can't control, how can it be utopia? And so I want us to keep on standing up. If Canelo doesn't fight David Benavidez or Jamal Charlo, Let's get him down to 300,000 buys. If Al Heyman don't make David Benavidez, Jamal Charlo, don't buy it. We got to get what we finally deserve, man. Stop playing the Bob Arum, Eddie Hearn, PBC politics, because I already know what's going to happen. People are gonna. I already know. Black media is gonna come down on how you say it. Is gonna come on down on Canelo and make it a celebration. And then if Deontay Wilder's pay-per-view doesn't do well, the non-black media is gonna come down on Deontay Wilder. But we gotta stay in control. Like I told you guys, they kicked me out of boxing. They didn't kick me out. I never was in it. I was my own spook by the door. And if they didn't want me to wake y'all up, they don't want me to be an accountable figure, like challenge media to have integrity, challenge the fighters to speak up and speak out and be loud and be firm. They got the fighters believing that they can't get a paycheck. They got the fighters believing that they got to stand alone. No, you got hundreds of fighters that's going through the same thing you're going through. All these fighters want to fight 3 and 4 times a year, and guess what? They can. Now, I admit, like I'm always going to say this. See, and this is a part of the accountability thing that we're afraid to admit. I was wrong in the beginning. I was blinded by my relationship with Sam Watson, and I would have saw Al Heyman's Ponzi scheme the same way I saw Eddie Hearn's Ponzi scheme. I saw it from day one. I understand business. I have a great understanding of business. I understand money. I understand profits and and black and red and potentials and just being honest. Al Heyman did the same thing Eddie Hearn did. The only thing is that Eddie Hearn and Al Heyman and Ryan Caldwell were hedge fund managers over the money that they got from Waddell and Reed investors. So that means they get paid making the fights and they get paid distributing the money. So there you have it. That's the truth. Keep on standing up against the business of boxing. We don't want no Canelo eardrums. And we don't need no more Triple G's and Canelos. And we need these 4 guys fighting each other as it is right now. Winner of David Benavidez, Plant, Charlo, Benavidez, Canelo. This is what boxing fans need at 168. Let's be loud. Let's be firm. Black media, hold your ground. Don't make this about race. Make this about our pockets. Make this about our money. I'm going to repeat because I have great friends and great allies and with black media. Don't make this about money. Don't make this about Mexicans. Make this about our pockets. Make this about our voice. Because the moment we start talking about race as it pertains to our money, they're going to win. Because they're going to pin you in the corner and they're going to pin the Mexicans in the corner. And I say this to the Mexican fans because it's a natural, it's like that in boxing. When Deontay Wilder pay-per-view numbers come in, and either they're good or bad, no one knows. The projection is it'll be moderate, but we'll see. Hold your ground. Don't make this about Deontay Wilder and he's this, he's that, Hold your ground. And let's unite. Bob Arum, Eddie Hearn, Al Heyman don't want us to do that. They don't want us to do that. Just like the Republicans and the Democrats don't want the Republic, the what do you call it? The civilians of America. Strawberry, blueberries, bananas, kale, flaxseed, chai seed, almond milk. They don't want us to win. So let's fight, y'all. All right. Canelo flops, if you want to call it that. He's declining. It's not a flop. And I'm glad that the zone is in the red. Next, we need to see Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua. We need to see Deontay Wilder, Andy Ruiz. Number one would be Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder. And if they're losing money, they're going to be forced to make the fights that we desire because we're not responding. Okay? So let's go out here and keep on winning, y'all. Let's go out here. If you really want to support these fighters, buy their merchandise. Don't buy the pay-per-view. Right? I own so many pieces of merchandise from these fighters that I support. The Wilders, the Spences, and the list goes on and on. The J-Rocks, everybody else. You get what I'm saying? So they get 100% of their merchandise. They get 5% of the pay-per-view buys. Let's think. Just like they done convinced us to buy the Jordans instead of buying the shares, the Nike stocks, the Nike shares. The Jordans are cooler than the Nike shares. Remember I told you guys to buy it when it was $55? 2018, I told you guys to buy the Nike shares. It's on my Instagram. It's on my YouTube. It's on my Patreon. What is it now? 100 and what? What's Nike shares right now? Oh, I could have looked on my phone. But 102 right now. It's dropping, but it's going to go back up during Christmas season. It's 102, so it's affordable. It doesn't double. You would have got 100% return. So what we going to do? We going to buy the Jordans or we going to own Nike? We literally have a chance to own boxing. Let's stand up, man. Let's stand up. There's always going to be a small section of fans that's going to support their loyal fighters. We know that. But if the outside bubble don't support and keep the pressure on the people, and we got to flip it. So for here's how it goes. Fighter A and Fighter B. I don't want to make this about race. Fighter A does not. Fans of Fighter A supports Fighter A. Fans of Fighter B don't buy Fighter A fights. So that means it's going to fail. You get what I'm saying? The reason why, and vice versa, the reason why Pacquiao and Floyd did well, because fans of Fighter A and fans of Fighter B both bought the fight. Let's keep it going. Barbershop Conversations. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace. Oh, yeah, and go buy your merchandise from your favorite fighter, man. Everybody meet me at Deontay Wilder's store, man. Everybody meet me at Earl Spence Jr., ESJ, The Truth, and DeontayBombSquad.com. Everybody go there and buy a sweater, man. I'm pretty sure Deontay Wilder and Earl Spence would rather you buy a $70 sweater than the $70 pay-per-view. Think about it. It's business. Business 101. If we buy $500,000 worth of merchandise, they win. Simply put. But if you buy the sweater, that means you're going to watch the fight, right? Barbershop Conversations, man. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace, guys.